public convenience facilities, and administrative office established to ensure the effective management of the market and park. Across the world, the first week of August is observed annually as World Breastfeeding Week, highlighting the importance of breastfeeding to the health and development of newborns. While exclusive breastfeeding is widely encouraged, some mothers may experience challenges with lactation immediately after childbirth due to medical or other factors. Despite these, health experts have called for greater support and understanding for mothers who are not able to breastfeed, stressing the need to protect them from stigma and emotional distress. Agidigbo FM News correspondent Zainab Wahab reports.
As the world celebrates the 2026 Breastfeeding Week, concerns have been raised about the possibility of exclusive breastfeeding for newborns. As opposed to the popular narrative, not all mothers lactate immediately after childbirth for a number of reasons, ranging from nutritional deficiencies, reproductive disorders, and method of delivery. Lactation in mothers is not always certain. Medical practitioners and gynecologists have advised against stigmatizing mothers who do not lactate immediately after birth, warning that they need intensive care and support from family and society. In an interview with Agidigbo FM News, a maternity doctor explained that maternal sicknesses, duct blockage, HIV, among other diseases, could prevent a mother from breastfeeding her child.
The most natural way to do it, the most effective way to do it is through the breast itself. But however, there are women that are career women, people that have other things to do, and so they need to express breast milk. So they express in a bottle and bottle feed the baby. Now, one of the disadvantages of that is that if you do not maintain absolute cleanliness, so sterilizing of the bottles and all of that, it's a very great way to introduce infections to the child.
Emphasizing on the importance of love from family and an enabling environment for breastfeeding, Dr. Adenuga stated that mothers be supported and assisted during this time to avoid postpartum depression.
Breastfeed from the breast. If you must express breast milk and feed, please make sure that you do it with utmost cleanliness. Also ensure that you sterilize the bottles properly. One of the ways you can do that is just by soaking the bottles in hot water for a while and ensuring that the bottles are kept safe in a secure place with air and all of that.
A nurse, Nurse Ogundele, speaking on the importance of adequate nutrition to improve lactation, mentioned fruits to be consumed by mothers.
It depends on the method of how she gave birth, maybe through C-section or normal delivery. After maybe C-section, it is really difficult for the mother to breastfeed the child due to the pain. So after some days or 2 days, she can manage the pain to breastfeed the baby. Or
as we celebrate the World Breastfeeding Week, it is important to celebrate all women equally, whether they lactate or not. It is essential to recognize the efforts of women in bringing children to life and their importance in the sustenance of life. Zainab Wahab, Agidigbo FM News.
The chief imam of Agidigbo FM Central Mosque, Alhaji Zakaria Yunus Baba, has urged parents to take good care of their children and always monitor their activities. In a sermon, the chief imam advised parents not to stop guiding their children because they have grown up, especially in this era of social media, while quoting verses from the Holy Quran to show the importance of parents' responsibility.
We parents should take care of our parents. They shouldn't abandon them for any reason, especially when they are growing up like this. We still need to make sure they are being monitored so as for them not to go astray. We should always make sure that we take care of them, we look after them, we monitor them, their movements, so that we be able to be the fruit of our labor on them. So that's what I says in Quran 166, that I'm able to believe. I say, who have something valuable now? I say, save yourself and your children, your family from what? From the hellfire. So that's one of the ways we can save them from the hellfire. There are also in the Quran 18, Short of Kahf, it's also saying in verse 6, it says that The children are the man of God that's talking here. The children, our children, the wife that we have, that's the money, and our children are the adult.
Alhaji Zakaria further encouraged parents to be good guides to their children and to not to and to always monitor their activities so that they can grow up with good character. Now it's time to link up with our United Kingdom studio for the foreign news.
News from Kulamza Studio at Gidigbo FM, United Kingdom. I am Olushola Damlola. A U.S. judge in New Mexico has ordered Meta to pay another $567 million for its failure to warn the public about dangers its platform poses to children, marking the largest fine against the company over child safety. Meta is currently facing thousands of lawsuits in the U.S. over a similar issue. The company earlier this year lost a landmark case in Los Angeles, which found it could be held liable for building addictive platform. A spokesman for Meta, which owns and operates Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Thread, yesterday said the company disagreed with the ruling and will appeal. Thursday ruling is in addition to $375 million in fine Meta was already ordered to pay in the case for a total of $942 million. A teenage gunman went on a rampage at his high school in Thailand earlier today, killing teachers and students. Police said this is one of the country's deadliest school shootings in recent years. The suspected gunman, 14 years old, stormed the school after allegedly killing his grandmother and grandfather in their home, although the suspect has been confirmed dead after turning the gun on himself. At least 6 people at the school were fatally shot. Police spokesperson said more than 20 other people were wounded, with 9 in a critical condition, while the youngest victim was just 12 years old. And that ends the news from Kunamza Studio at Gidigbo FM, United Kingdom. I am Olushola Damlola.
Welcome back. We shall also be moving to our Maryland studio, United States, for more foreign news.
News from Kule Amzat Studio, Gidigbo FM, United States. I am OLUWATOSIN Soya. U.S. President Donald Trump signed 2 executive orders on Thursday aimed at further restricting birthright citizenship, reviving an effort to challenge a constitutional provision after the Supreme Court rejected its previous attempt. Ending or limiting birthright citizenship has been a major priority of Trump's immigration agenda. The administration has particularly focused on what it calls birth tourism, in which pregnant foreign nationals travel to the United States to give birth. The latest orders come after Trump's June 30 defeat at the Supreme Court, which ruled against his earlier attempt to restrict birthright citizenship. Trump had subsequently urged Congress to address the issue, but instead chose to pursue the policy through executive action. The president's new orders set federal policy, but do not carry the same legal authority as legislation passed by Congress. Saudi Arabia, Pakistan and Turkey signed a joint defense agreement in Mecca on Friday, bringing together 3 Sunni Muslim U.S. allies concerned about growing regional tensions and Iranian missile attacks on Gulf energy producers. The agreement comes as Iran and its allies have launched attacks against Saudi Arabia and other Gulf states and disrupted energy shipments since the United States and Israel struck Iran on February 28, marking a major escalation in years of regional conflict. Known as the Mecca Joint Defense Agreement, the pact is designed to strengthen collective deterrence against aggression. Under the agreement, the 3 countries said an armed attack against any one of them would be considered an attack against all 3. And that is the news from Kule Amzat Studio, Gidigbo FM, United States. I am OLUWATOSIN Soya.
Welcome back once again. Now in the exciting world of sports. Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury long-awaited battle of Britain showdown is set to be staged in the United States, with Madison Square Garden in New York emerging as a front-runner to host the bout, while reports suggest November 20 is one date under consideration, choosing partly to avoid clashing with the college football coverage in America. Both fighters returned to winning weight last month to keep their blockbuster clash alive, with Fury stopping Maurice Wak in Thailand, while Joshua recovered from being floored twice in the opening round to knock out Christian Prenga in Jeddah. It should be recalled that promoter Eddie Hearn has previously insisted his contract with Joshua stipulates the bout must take place in the United Kingdom, but Saudi power broker Turkey al-Sheikh, a key figure in the negotiations, favors a United States venue in order to maximize the fight's American television audience. However, a concrete date and venue are yet to be officially confirmed, with discussions still ongoing between the promoters and broadcasters. To wrap up the news this evening, here's a recap of the headlines. NYC flags viral redeployment notice as fake. Market commissions Araromi Gates Market Road, Motor Park. Thailand school shooting leaves 6 dead, 20 wounded. Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Pakistan pledge mutual defense pacts. USA to host Joshua Free March.
Don't forget that you can listen to us live on our website www.agidigbo88.7fm.com. You can also download our mobile app on Google Play Store and iOS. Simply search for Agidigbo 88.7 FM. Follow us on Facebook at Agidigbo 88.7 FM, on Twitter and Instagram at Agidigbo 887 FM, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have news stories and tips for us, contact our newsroom on 070-8714-4865 or send us a mail on newsroom@agidigbo887fm.com.
And before we go this evening, here's a quick tip. Rest is not a reward, it is part of the work. Enjoy your weekend. Finally, we have come to the end of the news around the world on our Agidigbo 88.7 FM Ibadan, the most listened to radio station. I am OLUWATOSIN OLOGUN. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
News is information, and information is power. At Agidigbo 88.7 FM.